up. Angie, the prayer.
And the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Our Father, who art in heaven, holy be your name, your kingdom come, your will be done, on earth as in heaven.
Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our sins, as we forgive those who sin against us. Do not bring us to the test, but deliver us from evil. Amen.
And the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Please sit down. Okay, so let's have an attendance first. Okay, there's a quiz. Instead of saying present, you have to say either nasaktan, nagmahal, or self-love. Okay? Nagmahal, nasaktan, or self-love. Okay, start. Alarin.
Nagmahal, nasaktan, self-love,
Batukan. Butilya. Nagmahal. Nanawisan.
Nagmahal.
Nabusan. Cuevas. Formentera. Gallego.
Self-love.
Gamboa. Forteliano. Antilia.
Nagmahal. Lopez Angeline. Lopez Chris. Malano. Montajes. Motorola. Self-love. Yes. Ubayan. Absent. I think she's Kinain. Ramina. No. Serial. Soto. And lastly, Tonolete. Naman din namin mo. Okay, so si Ubayan na absent. So before we start our discussion proper, let's have a recap first on what we have learned in the last discussion. So who among you here can summarize the discussion last meeting? Anyone? Okay, Charisse, listen up.
Last meeting, we discussed about language in policy and evolution, like title to have department order number 25 series of 1974 and department order number 53 series of 1987 constitution, and we also discussed about the goals of biodiversity.
Okay, thank you. So basically, last meeting, the teachers talked about the department order number 25, series of 1974, the 1987 Constitution of the Philippines, the department order number 53, series of 1987, and the last one is the DEX number 11, series of 1987. So before we proceed to our next topic, you have to watch these videos first in order for you to have understanding about what we are going to discuss today. So this is the first video, so you have to watch and listen carefully because I am going to ask questions. So
Hindi naman ipinagdiriwang ang buwan ng wika. Ipinapaalala ng grupo ng mga Filipino teachers sa mga magulang ang kahalagan ng pagtuturo ng pambansang wika sa ating mga bata. Iba't ibang paabot sa London. Dito sa Maynila, pinanganak na Evangelia ng bata si Marco Mateo. Ngayong 10 years old na sila, hindi pa rin sila marunong magsalita ng Filipino.
At school, I only spoke English, and then my brain got used to
when it's kind of hard for me to speak and I keep stuttering.
Pero kahit ang mga batang lumaki sa probinsya, kahit ang mga estudyante ito sa Bicolo, mga Inglesero at Inglesera na rin.
I only speak little Filipino. It's easy for me to speak English.
Medyo nahihirapan niya sila kaya ginagawa ko transisyon. Filipino ang ituturo ko pagkatapos para sa kanila, tinatranslate ko sa English. Kaya naman sila Marco at Lareo, sumasali na sa workshop para turuan sila magsalita ng Filipino sa pamamagitan ng pagbasa ng Filipino literature. Ayon kay Filipino Professor Ramon Guillermo, dekada 50 pa naging puso na ang Ingles na kapataang Pinoy. Gana na rin ito ng pagiging practical dahil kailangan din ng Ingles para sa trabaho.
Yan ay fenomeno na middle class sa Pilipinas. Nabigyan ng pagpapahalaga yung mga sinasabing wika ng prestigyo, wika ng sibilisasyon, wika ng kapangyarihan.
Kabilang si Guillermo sa grupo ng mga Filipino teachers na nag-iikayat na ituro sa mga bata ang pambansang wika. Wala kang masama sa pagturo ng Ingles. Pero sa mga magitan ng wikang Filipino na daw tayo magkakaisa at tunay na may susunong ang pag-ulan ng bansa. Tapos, Halandon, ABS-CBN News.
Okay, so this is the first video. So the second video, this is the second video.
first question is in statement. Share the things that you've learned on the videos being shown. So what are the things you've learned on the videos being shown? From the video 1 to video 2. Anyone can share their insights about the videos being shown? Like,
As for me, what are the things that I learned from the video? On the first video, it talks about there is this tool called the used English language teaching. So the things that I've learned is that no matter how diverse we are, especially in our 21st century, we must not neglect the fact that we are all Filipinos. So we must not we should not dili na dapat kalimutan sa mga ato ang languages and our wika, of course. And the second video, it states there that there is this like these constitutions. It starts from the Spanish up until the Constitution of the Aquinos and so on. And then we must value all of these things because it starts from the history of it.
okay, thank you, very good. So, on the first video, as you can see, it talks about the children having difficulty on speaking the language English. So, why they are being, why they have this difficulty when speaking the language Filipino? It is because in the video they are more exposed on English rather than the language Filipino. So, so they have also this practicality. It's stated there in the video that when you work in some big companies, speaking the language English is one of the bases of the company. So basically, it is their basis when you apply for work. However, the downside of that is that the children tend to forget the national language, which is the Filipino. So as the instructor there on the first video encouraged the people to teach also their children on how to speak our national language, which is Filipino. Because as you can see on the video saan kay Diana po ito instructor na our national language serve as our national identity. No? So, as far as I remember po sa kanang misulti ni our former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, he said about our national language is the key to national unity. Because we are being held together when we work to achieve for peace, development, and prosperity to our society. So do you agree that our national language is the key to national unity?
Yes.
Do you agree or disagree?
I agree.
Please enough.
I agree to that statement. It's because having that kind of, going back before, just like how it changes from Spanish to up until now, it's a big challenge. However, we commit our freedom to use our own national language. And yeah, as what it is being mentioned right there about the video, that having the same language means unity, and that is the Filipino language.
Okay, thank you. So yes, our national language serves as our national identity, and it is also the key to national unity. So on the second video, basically it presents the evolution of the language policies in education here in the Philippines, from the Spanish colonial period to President Benigno Aquino III undertook a major education reform by introducing the K-12 program. So the next one is Why is it important for students to know the vitality of national language? And what role does the national language play in fostering a sense of national identity? So what do you think so? Anyone? Janine?
I think so the role that the national language play in fostering our sense of national identity is that to strengthen our capabilities of learning the parts of language throughout those histories of colonized Spaniards, Americans, and so on and so forth. So it strengthens the identity that we have inside and outside as being Filipinos.
Very good. Okay, thank you. So, yes, it is very essential to know the vitality of our national language because our national language serves as our national identity and it is the key to national unity. So next, as a future teacher in the field, how will you handle your students if they find speaking their national language difficult? So how will you handle your students if they find speaking their national language difficult? How do you handle your students? Marianne? Okay. So future teacher, how I will handle this? In the way of, just like the teacher at sa first video na yan encourage our students and yang dito doon ang mga students how to speak Filipino and a way nga yang from Filipino she translated the words to English, so something like that nga natuduan ako siya dan tuduan ako siya sila dan sa language na Filipino then I translate it into English. Okay, very good, thank you Marianne. So the last one, are you in favor of teaching English language first in the elementary level? Why or why not? Naranja.
Okay, the question is, am I in favor of teaching English language first in the elementary level? Yes, I am in favor of teaching English language first because to ensure English or to ensure foundation of the children with English. I want them to be familiar with the English words even at the most or at the earliest stage of in education because majority of the children speak vernacular at their homes. And I don't think it's practical to use or extend the utilization or the utility of the mother tongue or anything beyond English in the first level or in the primary level of education because we're trying to produce competent and qualified, future professionals, and to make them that, then we have to start in the very early stage because according to psychology and other studies, the earliest stages of development in the brain, that's where knowledge is more effective and can be absorbed easier.
Okay, very good. So let's there's nothing wrong with teaching English language first in the elementary level. However, we should not forget to teach also our national language or our mother tongue. Agree?
Yes.
Sana po si Hannah Jimmy, no pag-ingon ako.
Yeah. For me, I'm not in favor of teaching English language first in elementary level because students nowadays ka na may school teachers ka na mga technology, ma-learn na natin nga, pero dapat yung mag-focus sa tatawang kanang native language, parang mother tongue nito, kanang ako ba, mag-lisod ka ni Bisaya ani, so dapat ako na ganang mother tongue. That's all, thank you.
Yeah! Okay, very good, Hannah Jane. So let's proceed
transaction. Ay, wait. Translation. Transcription. Transaction.
Let's see if
Transportation.
so for Michelle Cuevas.
Number 5. Filipino.
Juan. Allergy.
Filipino.
So the last picture. Educate. Okay. So let's see if you grasp the words. Right. So right, the first second is communication. Third is transactions. And fourth is Filipino.
Yes.
So fifth is education. So these 5 words, to incorporate them, are fully related to them, somewhat related to our topic for today. So our first topic will be all about the Executive Order number 335, series of 1988. So this has been emphasized in the second video na i-grade ni siya during sa time ni Corazon Aquino. So this language policy is created during the time of President or so this talks about enjoining all departments, bureaus, offices, agencies, instrumentalities of the government to take such steps as are necessary for the purpose of using the Filipino language in official transactions, communications, and correspondence. This means that not just ang eskwelahan, not just the education system, but also mga departments, the Department of Health, no? Euro sa kanang ato ang mga buildings sa ato ang country, mga offices, not just the offices in the national government, but also in our localities. To use the Filipino language or the Tagalog when in transactions, in communications, and correspondence. So, whereas the 1987 Constitution provides that the national language of the Philippines is Filipino, that as it evolves, it shall be further developed and enriched on the basis of existing Philippine and other languages, and that for purposes of communication and instruction, the official languages of the Philippines are Filipino, and until otherwise provided by law, English, and whereas the intensified use of Filipino language in official transactions, communications, and correspondence in government offices has greater understanding and appreciation among the people of government programs, projects, and activities throughout the country, thereby serving as an instrument of unity and peace for national progress. So, sige, pag ni Angeline, ang ato ang national language will serve as our identity. Mo-connect sa ato sa usa ang great community. So, emphasize din na through the use of the Filipino language or the Tagalog, not just sa kanang mga ginagawa sa eskwelahan, but strengthen sa niya din ang pag-use sa government offices. Like sa kanang mga transactions, mga papeles, when creating programs, projects. So, kanang sa pamamagitan, Tagalog, in a way na sa paggamit natin ng language ng Filipino, not just to strengthen the knowledge sa mga tao about sa Filipino language and how to utilize them, but also, mas makasabot ang mga tao sa ipasabot sa mga programs, projects, pero kapag may magkaroon ang use of meaning ng in English sa government offices. So I have been nakado lang sa ang municipalities sa Katimulan. Most of the paperwork ang nagamit nila is the English language. So hence medyo wala pag-iilan na makailan nga na strengthen din siya ang executive order. Okay, there are still a lot of government offices also do use the English language, utilize the English language when persons in the respective offices, whether national or local. So as what Christine said, yan sa mga transactions sa mga offices is ang dapat gagawin daw is i-encourage ang mga government officials to use the Filipino language. So the second one is assign one or more personnel as may be necessary in every office to take charge of all communications and correspondence written in Filipino. So, bali, if English ang mga papers or mga programs, is na ay maka-assign to translate it. So the third one is to translate into Filipino names of offices, buildings, public offices, and signboards of all offices, divisions, or its instrumentalities, and is of desire to print below in smaller letters and letters in English text. So basically sa kanang mga kung ano, nakita ng mga logo lang gani sa kanang mga seal logo sa government officials kay naay kanang Filipino ginatigamit sa ikaw. Magawaran sa edukasyon ng Department of Education. So sa ikatulong pod is kanang Filipino ang gigamit is pwede na po i-print siya in the small letter in English text sa bungos niya. And then the fourth one is to Filipinize the oath of office for government officials and personnel. So if manumpa ang mga baguhan na elect ng mga government official is encourage na sa oath of office nila, manumpa nila is the use of Filipino language. So the fifth one is to make as part of the training programs for personnel development in each office the proficiency in the use of Filipino in official communications and correspondence. But sa kanino mga underlay sa kanang Executive Order number 3350 of 1988 kay wala siya i-preventative na kanang kuan kanang ibawal ba kanang magamit ng English but kanang igual lang siya kay para as gingon ni Angeline kay ang Filipino is kanang our identity ba yeah. So we Filipino use the Filipino language. So the Constitution directs the government actually is to take steps that will initiate and sustain the use of Filipino language in official communication and in language instruction and the educational system. So I guess that's all.
Alright, everybody, were you listening to the teachers in front, Kanina? So, what is the main objective gani sa Executive Order number 335, Section 1988? What is it gani ang main purpose? What is the main purpose of Executive Order number 335? Yes, Michelle.
Encouraging departments, offices, etc., encouraging them to use Filipino language in communications and sections.
Yes, thank you very much. The main purpose, Jude, of Executive number 335, Section 1988, is to use Filipino language in official transactions, communications, and correspondence. Namin na guys, ha? So, now that my group mate Brittany has discussed to you the objectives of Executive Order number 335, we are therefore going to discuss the implementation of such order. So, what do you think are the actions done by the government? Of course, they will spread the information of this executive order and then implement it. So,
which include, please read 1, 2, and 3, everybody.
Information campaign on the importance and necessity of Filipino as an effective instrument for national unity and progress.
2,
Translation into Filipino of this executive order as well as government terms to be utilized as reference materials for all offices.
3,
Training of all government officials and personnel in the use of Filipino.
Alright, so in number 1, they're spreading the information. They are doing campaigns in order to assert the importance of using the Filipino language in official institutions. Number 2, they are using the Filipino language in documents. They are translating from English to Filipino. And 3, they train ang government officials to slowly discard the use of English language and start to use the Filipino language. Next slide, please. Okay, read again 4 and 5.
Monitoring on the implementation of this order and submitting periodic progress report on the implementation to the Office of the President of the Philippines through the Department of Education, Culture and Sports, and taking into account other strategies for the full implementation of the objectives of this order.
Alright, in number 3, they are already training the personnel. In number 4, they are monitoring the implementation of this order. With the help of the DEX, the Department of Education, Culture and Sports, and then with the implementation, of course, find more effective strategies in the implementation of the Executive Order 335. So, in consonance therewith, the Institute of Philippine Languages is hereby authorized to coordinate with and request support from all departments, bureaus, offices, agencies, instrumentalities of the government, national and local. So they are hereby declaring to everyone that every department and bureaus are hereby use and help the implementation of the order. So that is all for my slide. So next one. Okay, so let's proceed to the language policy of the Commission on Higher Education, or the Higher Education Act of 1994. So the Republic Act number 7722 is also known as the Higher Education Act of 1994. So in this act, it provides that the SHED will be independent and separated to the DEX. So, sige, meaning ano yung SHED and DEX?
Commission on Higher Education.
And DEX?
Department of Education.
Culture and Sports. So basically, its coverage shall be both public and private institutions of higher education, as well as degree-granting programs in all post-secondary education institutions, public and private. So the purpose of this act, Higher Education Act of 1994, is to protect, foster, and promote the rights of all citizens to affordable quality education at all levels, and shall take appropriate steps to ensure that the students shall have this access to education, free access education. So next. So one of the steps undertaken by SHED was to update the general education curriculum, which is the GEC, of tertiary courses leading to an initial bachelor's degree covering for 4 curriculum
years. So what's again yung 4 curriculum years?
Bachelor's degree.
Bachelor's degree. Please stand up to be recognized. Anyone? Sa to? Divine? Janine?
I think what it means for curriculum years is the bachelor's degree that we acquired with colors. It's 4 consistent years, so we know we get the degree.
Yes, correct. So this was done to make the curriculum more responsive to the demands of the next millennium. So the next one is the requirements of the new GEC. Sige, GEC?
General Education.
So yes, are embodied in the SHED Memorandum Order CO number 559, 1986. So we'll further discuss about this. So next.
Good evening, everyone.
Yes,
So for wala kami questions.
Wala.
Okay. So language policy of the Commission of Higher Education. So SHED it's not really complicated when it comes to their language policy. Like first year language courses, whether Filipino or English, should be taught in that language. Pero even in our subject atong EKF, wala kita i-force nga to use the language, but also di ba na encourage to to speak the language, the English, by maybe the purpose was to ma-convey na to atong learn or message in a convenient way. Next is at the discretion of the higher education institution, literature subjects may be taught in Filipino, English, or any other language as there are enough instructional material for the same, and both students and instructors or professors are component in the language. Okay, next is courses in the humanities and social sciences should be preferably be taught in Filipino. Pero ay iba mo sa mga humanities and social sciences mga courses.
Politics,
Yeah.
politics,
Criminology,
education,
sociology.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Pero ang observe na dili din Filipino ang use.
yeah.
Yes, there is.
Like neglect din ang ilang purpose nga ikuan ng Filipino. Pero I think the purpose nga i-pursue din ang pagkuhan sa English because the English is a universal language man and it is used to makikuan ang communication people everywhere. So, or equip sa tao or i-prepare ang kamulingon nga mas halata sa English because English kay widely used man siya globally pero ang Filipino kay, di ba, Filipino it is only used in the Philippines and ang kasagaran din na di ba kay ang mga Filipino rin so dili siya ka ng but dili siya dapat i-iwan like in this regard because as Paul mentioned sa atong executive order na our national language is our identity. So yeah. What are your questions? Okay, so now my questions. Follow-up questions. Number 1, who would like to read and answer? Energy. Your opinion about it.
Public Act number 782, known as Higher Education Act of 1994, provides that the JET attendance is generated from the debt. What is your opinion with regard to separating higher education with this text? So I think, based on my opinion, okay na sa Gia. Hindi mag-knowledge ang sa DepEd, mga bata sa DepEd, mga DepEd kayo, mga bata, mga elementary, high school, dahil mag-knowledge ang kanang shed. So for me, okay na siya i-separate.
Dili lang ka daw signal. And number one.
With regards to supporting higher education with defense, what is my opinion about that? I think personally, I am in favor of supporting higher education to defense to give focus to language students without the bracket of different or mga children or mga education or sa kanang higher education na may mga more mature so more serious ang mga fields. Therefore, with separating higher education, mas matagal ang focus ang mga estudyante din, mas ma-develop ng skills. Yes, that's it.
For me, I'm not in favor of separating. Like, if ever magod down, kumaon siya, mahuhog siya short-term goals, which is, hindi siya kuha, like, why not unite, diba, with one goal only, and to help us to be more fun, to be, kaya-kaya knowledgeable sa ta. Like, lahi mo lang sa DepEd, lahi sa NAPCHEC, so mag-isal budget ang mga students, why not they will have this kind of plan to have a unity so that the students will not kaya nang mag-isal budget.
So, ang imong masagot kay hindi usara kung like magkuha na tawag secretary sa BSED or chef na. Okay. Pero dili ka kuan mo wala ka about the funds na intended for the learners. Kaya ang BSED and the chef kay lain-lain na ba sila kuan when it comes to money lain sila plan. Right? So, kung sa manay may kasultian mo?
Pero mabuhatan naman eh, willing lang din.
Okay. Okay,
Number
number 2, would like to read and share your answer. Okay, number 8.
So, as a future educator, what will you do to nurture and motivate your learners in utilizing both Filipino and English in communicative situations? So, first, I am not gonna focus on just teaching the Filipino language only and gonna vice versa, like teaching Filipino lang, gagawin nga adlaw na then English is adlaw. So, I will kinda resort to more balanced kinda classroom because if you want the learners to be competent enough to handle such communicative situations, then why not try to teach them both at the same time? But there are still considering the learners with what do you call this, mentally challenged. So I think I will go with their most comfortable language in teaching them so that they can eventually follow up with my discussion. So that is it.
Okay, so you're talking about one teacher being flexible sa language na ginag-use ang learners. Okay, next, how crucial Executive Order number 335 series of 1988 is to teachers and teacher educators.
So it's very crucial. Executive Order number 335, series of 1988, especially for teachers and us, pre-service teachers. It's crucial to the point na it bridge the gap between those students na wala na-expose sa Filipino at those students na na-expose sa kuwang na English. Speaking of the word Filipino is our native language here in the Philippines. So what I'm talking about is that it's very crucial in how you utilize the Filipino language in a classroom setting. Like how you nurture them with speaking the language, not just inside the classroom or inside the classroom, like it's necessary, but outside the classroom your goals.
So, the importance of knowing the crucial ang Filipino is considered as our national identity. So when you speak Tagalog, for the Filipino language, parang people will really assume, or assume that you're a Filipino. And the purpose of English language is because since we were at history colonized with the Spaniards or the Americans, we embrace that language and use it in our education, in our laws, and everything related sa life. So that could be all for me.
Oh.
Are there any questions?
No.